get your machine, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have a separate box. The base is going to be in a separate box. This pedestal is going to be in the sealer box. And this bracket is going to be in the sealer box also. And on the side of this bracket is the control box. And these plugs, one is the control to put the pedestal up and down, and one is the power plug for this. And they're well marked on the side of this box, which I'll show you when I get to it. You have M10 bolts in here. And you use M17. We use an adjustable and a set, okay? Now all the bolts are already in the base, okay? Because what you have is the back part of this base is what you're going to put for the sealer pedestal. And if you were to get a conveyor, you would be putting that in the front. You must make sure there's always 2 of these bolts in this midsection. Because underneath this midsection is a very heavy plate. And what that plate is doing is balancing everything so that you, otherwise if there was no plate here, this will be way too light. So this plate offsets the balance of the sealer, offsets the weight of the sealer on top, and that gives you your balance and your security to roll it around. So there's a nut already on the other side, so you don't need this wrench for the bottom here. So what it's going to do is take these out. It's got a flat washer, a lock washer, and the bolt itself. Flat washer, lock washer and then flat washer. And we have lock washer and flat washer. Okay, so then we're going to put this. Then we're going to have the cord. I want the cord in the back. This cord is also plugs into the power box, okay? So, this on here. And then we'll tighten these. Okay, now you're going to have your bracket. That's going to be in the sealer box, okay? You're going to put this, kind of the winged part forward. What we have to first do is take these off. And we'll put it on there's 4 holes, line them up. And you got your flat washer, your lock washer, and your nut. Okay. Then we're going to tighten these up. And then we're going to plug everything in. You need the stationary one. Hold your nut down here. And we tighten it up here. Okay. So now we go here and it will state what you have to do here, okay? So this plug is from the back. I'm going to plug it in right here. We're gonna plug this into control. And this is our power cord. Which we're gonna plug into here. Okay, then we're going to make sure it works. Let's see. We got our pedestal working. And then what you can do now is you can take this, because I'm short, so it doesn't matter, but you can then take the sealer out. And then you put the sealer on the top here. There's 4 holes. The sealer has 4 prongs underneath it. You drop it in, you tighten it up. There's a place to hang the controller. Plug the sealer in, and you're in business. Hi, if we're going to do an addition to this first part of this video, and that's if you buy a conveyor, then you also need this. You're going to receive some other items, okay? Besides what you initially saw, you'll still receive a power plug, okay? And your handle, your control handle will have 4 buttons. If you only bought the pedestal, it has 2 buttons. If you buy the pedestal and the conveyor, it has 4 buttons, okay? Now, I'm going to put this here. It's the M10 bolt, and we're going to take these out. Again, repeat, you must make sure there's always 2 bolts in this middle section because there's a very, very heavy plate underneath. And if you were to take all 4 bolts out, that heavy plate would just drop down. It is there to offset the weight of the sealer. That's why it's here. You're going to make sure the power cord on this smaller unit, again, is in the back, such as it was on the tall pedestal. You have a flat washer and a lock washer. Okay, so now we got our bolts are tight. And then we're going to have the bolts that hold on the conveyor. These are M8 bolts. And we use a 13 millimeter wrench, M8 bolts. Your in-feed, if this was a left to right machine, underneath here, if we flip, you'll see they have 4 holes. We're going to line those holes up here. So one person holds it. You do it. The other person's going to line them up. I got one line. Once you get the first one in, which is a little bit of a bugger, then you get them lined up. We put all 4 in and tighten these up. Hold it here. Hand first. Get up here. Then we're going to put the in-feed tray on, and then we're going to plug it in, and then you'll be up and running. So we have M6 bolts on the side, and you use a 10 millimeter wrench. You have to grab this side. And so then you put that in. We have also that comes in the kit while she's tightening that up. You're going to get this side guide kit, okay? Now we already have, the brackets are already in the frame of the sealer, of the conveyor. The brackets are in the frame of the conveyor. And this is the side guides. The rounded end is at the in-feed. So you put them on like this. We can show you how to mount the whole kit. Okay, you're gonna get this. It comes in like 3 pieces. It's basically, when you get it, you're gonna have a tie wrap so these aren't falling apart. But then you have to cut the tie wrap. And how this works, you kind of can see here, it's got a little nut, you're trying to make this centered so that the piece fits through, right? So you kind of play with it a little bit. Kind of undo the knob till they get centered. Then it fits, see? And then what happens on this side, so this is where you're going to see, we're going to show you, but this is where the side guide fits into. Then we're going to put this on the post, which goes in that bracket, okay? So, we have set 3 of them up, and Kim here is going to show us here. We put this post in here. You loosen the nut here, which is what size, Kim?
That is a 4 millimeter Allen wrench.
So what I'm going to do is slide it on. This is the other knob that I told you about, because I've already got this piece in here. And we slide it on, and we tighten it up. Kim's gonna tighten this bar here. They're about even across. And then what we're gonna do is we take our side guy and kind of slide it in. This side push in, there we go. And perfect. And we're gonna tighten that up. Just gonna tighten that up, and that again is what size wrench again, Kim?
It is a 4mm Allen wrench.
Here, I'm gonna plug the conveyor in over to this side, next to the pedestal plug. I'm gonna plug the control. These are all marked on every panel, so it's easy to plug in. Plug in the control. The sealer has a hook to hook this onto. And then this is our power cord. Which I'm gonna plug in. Then we're gonna take this here. And we're gonna see that this all works. So we have our tools here. The sealer is going to be here, okay? For this conveyor to work, your sealer is going to have a plug coming out of it. You plug them in. The conveyor and the sealer will be run from the sealer itself. As you can see, our sealer pedestal is going up. So that's good. And then we're going to go see now we have the conveyor pedestal moving up. So, and we have the sealer head moving down. And Kim's going to a little trick, I don't know. What do we got here?
If you hold the two up arrows, you can get both of them to rise at the same time. And if you hold the two down arrows, you can get both of them to lower at the same time.